and welcome to Mama Ruth's house. I'm so glad you stopped in. I have missed you guys so much. So much has happened. I apologize that I haven't been on. My husband was very ill. I hurt my back, but I am back to work. Everything is normal again, and well, as normal as it can be. And I am back to making videos. I do appreciate all of you so very much. I thank you for all of the concerned and comments. I do appreciate that. Today we're going to be making an instant pot lasagna with ground turkey and mild Italian sausage. It's delicious. I've made it several times. It's 4 servings of 4, and it makes servings of 4, and it's 9 points, I believe. Don't hold me to that. I'll correct it if it's different. First of all, I wanted you to see these cute earrings. I don't know if you can see them. My son made these for me for my 60th birthday that I had in July. They are just adorable, these little carrot earrings. So a shout out to Jeremy for making these cute earrings. And so with all that being said, let's get started. Put you down here so you can see what we're doing. Okay, got my hot plate going. The pan is getting warm. We're going to put in our chopped bell peppers. I'm using red and green. The green ones are from my garden. Very excited to say that. And then we're going to be sauteing some onions. And this is how I'm making the meat sauce. You only need 3 cups of the meat sauce, so I will have enough to use for another recipe. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I had a wonderful day. I got to visit today with my good friend that I used to work with, Lori, and we met for lunch. And it was so fun to reminisce, and we do have to get together a little more often. She's an awesome chef, and I learned a lot from her, and I appreciate it. Shout out to Lori Mattingly. What we're going to be using for this recipe is the 99% fat-free turkey. And then we're also going to be using the sweet Italian sausage. I'm going to be using 2 of those in here. We're going to use the ragu Simply 8 as part of our base. I'm going to add some diced tomatoes and some garlic and onion powder and salt and pepper in this is for our sauce only. And I do add some sweetener. You can add sugar. I add Truvia or Splenda. Today I'm using Truvia. We're going to get this sauteed just to get everything blending together, and it smells wonderful already, and cooking. And then we'll add our meat and saute that until it's good and brown. Add our sauces, and then I will pull out 3 cups for our instant pot lasagna, and we'll get that ready. For our layers, we're going to be using fat-free mozzarella cheese. We're going to be using a low-fat ricotta with an egg, some Italian seasoning, and a little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to be putting it in the springform pan, and I've sprayed it with canola, and I put in a parchment paper in the bottom. Just makes it easier for when it comes out. I've made this several times. It's so yummy. We love it. And it comes out so beautiful when you make it. We're going to have this in a salad. It'll be a lovely dinner. So glad to be back cooking with you. I wanted to let everyone know that yesterday it was Saturday and it is September 9th. Today's the 10th. I'll be airing this on the 12th. But on the 9th, when I went to Weight Watchers, I had lost now a total of 55.4 pounds. I'm so excited. I'm going to tell all of you that I am striving for losing 75 pounds by Christmas. So that's another 20 pounds I need to lose by Christmas. I still have a long ways to go after that, but that's what my goal is to do 20 more pounds by Christmas. That's 15 weeks. I can do it. And I get to eat all this kind of yummy foods. I tried one time making this all vegetarian, this recipe, and it lets off with just a little bit too much liquids. It tastes delicious, but when you take it out of the springform pan, it just kind of fell apart. I don't know, maybe I could have done something different, but I would try it again and just see. What we are going to be using is the oven-ready lasagna noodles. And that's what we'll be putting in our layers. It's very delicious. We're also going to be using some Parmesan cheese. That will be like our last layer. So after I take this out of the Instant Pot, I always put it in the broiler for just a few minutes to brown the top, and it is just yummy. This is one of those wow recipes, I believe. And you can make your sauce. It just calls for 3 cups of meat sauce. So whatever kind of sauce you would like to make, that's what you can make. This is the one I chose to do, and this one is it's included in the whole all the points, but it's 4 points per serving. All right. I choose to add a little bit of the Italian sausage because it tends to give it, because it's we're using such a fat-free ground turkey, that we need a little bit. I feel of extra, a little bit of fat in there. And this is turkey sausage as well. Just going to take it out of the skin here. So we'll have this left over for another recipe. I'll probably make some sort of pasta dish this week. And I don't know if any of you have heard about the carbonara noodles. You can get them at Rayleigh's, I understand, and I get them online. They are carb-free noodle, and they're very low in points. You can have 2 cups for 2 points if you're doing the Weight Watcher plan. So I washed my hands. I'm going to just get this chopped up a little bit, and I'll add the ground turkey. I had it on high. I turned it just a little bit lower. I'll do the recipe below as exactly how I'm making it here, but as I said before, you can do your sauce however you like your sauce, and it'll be fine. It really doesn't matter what kind of sauce you use. It's what you like. My husband loves this one. This is one of his favorites. If there's anything you're interested in me making, please let me know. Just put it down in the comments. I read all the comments. Just get that chopped up so we can brown it good. And I like to, because I like to have the, make sure the turkey sausage is mixed in with the turkey. So we kind of have it throughout. And I'll add a little bit of salt and pepper and Italian seasoning shortly. And garlic powder and onion powder. It smells so good. We're going to garnish this with some of my fresh herbs from my garden. We'll use a little basil and parsley. I haven't talked to you guys for such a long time. My garden has just been crazy this year. I had so many tomatoes. I was giving them away. I want to shout out to Jess over at Roots and Refuge Farm. Her idea about putting the egg in the bottom of the tomato before you plant it, and if you watch my video on when I planted it, you can get that tip in there. And please feel free to check out Jess's channel. She's an amazing gardener. Among everything else, she does canning and a lot of different things. I am going to be making some habanero strawberry jam from my garden, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to make a regular recipe with sugar, and then I'm going to make one that is sugar-free, and I'm going to see how that turns out. That'll be coming up pretty soon. Probably wait until the weekend for that one, and so it'll be next week. I'm going to add some, I'm probably going to, let me just measure. I wasn't going to measure, but I should. Probably a teaspoon of garlic powder. And a teaspoon of onion powder. Even though I have onions in there, I just like the way it makes it taste. And then, I don't know about a whole teaspoon of salt, probably just half. And a little bit of pepper, half a teaspoon, I would say. Just salt and pepper to taste. And I'm going to add not very much of the Italian seasoning because we have the Italian sausage in there. So we're just going to add just a tad. I would say not even, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. Just a little bit. Oh, it smells so good. My husband always gets to try all the foods, so he likes that. Or he says he does anyway. I'm just going to make it cook it just a little bit longer. So once this is done and we layer it in our Instant Pot pan, the springform pan, we cook it for 24 minutes and then we slow release it for, it slow releases for 10 minutes. And then I usually put it in the broiler for just a few minutes to get it brown on top. And then I let it sit for a bit to kind of gel so it stays together nicely. Like I said, this is more than enough sauce. I'll have it for another use. It's very easy. It comes together easily. It's a little time consuming, you know, it's lasagna is anyway. It doesn't, you know, matter what kind of lasagna you're making, it's a little time consuming because of the layers, but I feel like it's well worth it. It looks small, but when you cut it and make the portions, it's more than enough. That fills you up. It's a good amount. Just letting some of that liquid cook out a little bit from the bell peppers and the onions and the meat. I don't know if I said, but in the beginning, I did spray it with canola spray, um, just to brown the onions and saute the onions and the bell peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomatoes. Pasta sauce. Give that a good stir. And I add my sweetener. And you can omit that. That's just our preference. We like our sauce just a little sweeter. I did drain my diced tomatoes a bit. I did leave a little bit in there, and I'm going to, it'll cook out a little bit. I'm just going to cook this for just a few minutes. It doesn't have to be cooked long. My very dear friend Janice asked that I make some split pea soup, so we'll be making that very soon. It's kind of almost getting soup weather as it is, so we'll probably be making several different soups. So we're going to add our ricotta cheese, our 1 egg, our Italian seasoning, stir that up a little bit, put a little bit of salt and pepper in there. Just to taste. I just hate that layer to be bland. I like it to be a little tasty. So just a little bit of salt and pepper in there. Just gonna mix this up good. Bring it over here. I'm going to add 3 cups of our sauce to our bowl right here. Probably need just a tad more because I didn't put those all the way to the top. So see, you still have quite a bit of sauce left for another use. All right, so I'm just going to put a tiny bit of sauce on the bottom just to give it a little, not even much at all, just a saucy layer on the bottom. Because we're going to start with our noodles. Can you see that? So you can see, I just put a little bit of sauce on the bottom. And we're going to take our noodles. So it says, it calls for 8 noodles. I don't think that, I think sometimes I don't use all 8, but we'll see. And you just actually just, there's no rhyme or reason. You just kind of put them in there, pop them, break them so you can put them in there as best you can. And this is how I do it. It's nothing fancy. Our ricotta. I don't think there's any way you could really mess it up. And then I'm going to add our meat sauce. I probably should have put the meat sauce first and then that, but I didn't. It'll be okay. Then we're going to add some of our cup of our mozzarella. And this is, again, it's the fat-free mozzarella. I'm going to do another layer of our noodles, and I usually try to put, I don't know, I do the bigger side. I kind of put it in different ways in there. It really doesn't matter though. So that was 3, 8. All right. This time I'm going to add the meat first. I think that's what I was supposed to do. So we got the meat sauce in there, and then we're going to do some more of the ricotta. I wish you guys could smell it. I always say that, but I do wish you guys could smell it. Of your fat-free mozzarella. And then we're going to add one more layer of our noodles. This is our last layer. This time, because I want to end. No, I'm going to do this meat first. We'll put the meat sauce on there. Try to get it to the edges. I don't know why, but I always try. Then we'll put the ricotta, followed by the, oops, I didn't spread that out. Let's spread that out just a little bit. I don't like to get blobs of ricotta mixture. Probably doesn't matter. It probably all spreads out anyway, but. And then we're going to do the fat-free, the rest of our fat-free mozzarella. And our Parmesan. So we're going to cover this first with a layer of foil so it's nice and tight. But then We're going to wrap it. Again. So I put a cup of water in the bottom of my Instant Pot. And this is so we can get this out. So we'll lift it up when it's done. So I put a cup of water, and then I put my rack in the bottom. And then I'm going to put this in, and we're going to do it for 24 minutes, and then we'll be back. Welcome back. So our lasagna, I just put it in the broiler for just a few minutes to brown the top. And you can see how lovely it turned out. I have let it sit here for 10 minutes so that it can gel together. I'm going to put you down so you can see. I usually just take a knife and just kind of go around the edges. Going to be, it's still very hot. I'm going to release the pan. Take that off. See how nice it looks. I am going to just put this right on the plate with the bottom on there. And cut it from there. That way I don't mess up anything and it looks nice still. Now I don't know about you, but if I went to someone's home and they served this to me, I would think that's a wow dish to me. I'm going to cut it and we'll taste it. And we'll put some parsley and everything on it, and I'll be right back. So I made a little salad, and I'm going to have the Skinny Girl dressing, which is 0 points if you're doing the Weight Watcher program. And this is how it looks. It cuts super, super awesome. I'm going to taste it now. So let me bring you up so you can see. So yummy. I think you'll be very pleased with this dish. It comes out so nice. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my happy place. I love cooking for you guys. And I can't wait to continue doing additional recipes. I know you'll love them. And until next time, make a fantastic day. Thank you. Bye-bye.